first, and then I can
I'll do that.
jump in when I join and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Well, we want to thank all of our sponsors here on KRIM. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio here at the Sawmill Theater Movie Complex. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. I want to thank everyone that came out to the Special Olympics Torch Parade going down Highway 87 this morning. It was great to see everyone out there cheering on our athletes. And a big thank you to all the law enforcement agencies, other public safety agencies that help out with that parade. Just a wonderful event. So thank you to everyone for being out there for them. Well, this morning we have on the line band members of the band Mystified, a tribute to INXS. And they are going to be here in Payson at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino Saturday, May 24th. So on the line, I have band members Ryan and Rocky. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Chris. How you doing?
Hey, doing great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I can tell you I'm excited about you guys coming to Payson, to the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. INXS, man, love their music. And it's cool because up here, we get a lot of country acts, you know, and hey, they're great, but it's cool. John Giles, the general manager there, is starting to bring in some, different bands, like 80s, 90s, rock, and it's really cool. So, can you tell us?
We're super excited to be there.
Yeah, I think it'll be, you'll get a great response. So, hey, tell us a little bit about the band.
Sure, yeah, I'll start there. Mystified started, we've been together for about 2 years now, kind of carving away and playing shows, kind of all over. We've just started to recently branch out to the Arizona area and some other different states coming this year. And it kind of started off, real quick story, it started off kind of as a fluke. We had a previous singer who put an ad out, and me and my wife, Marcella, who's the bass player of the group, and I'm the drummer, we responded to it, and, one thing led to another, and then we ended up getting different members in the group, and you know how that goes, just band life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it went up and down, and then we met our shining star, Ryan, on the phone here. He's our new lead singer. Had a full-time sax player come in. We've had background vocal female singers come in, and now we're just hitting the ground running, and couldn't be happier with what we have now.
Yeah, it's been maybe less than a year since I joined Mystified, and so far we've had at least 8 or 9 shows of just amazing audience participation. It's funny because INXS was one of my favorite bands growing up. I mean, I'm fairly young, but I've always loved them, and it's amazing how many people remember all their songs. I mean, we have so many venues that we played at where everybody's singing the songs right back, and they're one of those bands that fly under the radar, but people forget they, were a tour de force back in the day.
Oh, definitely. Just looking at some of the songs on your website, it's mystifiedband.com. Some of the songs you perform in your show that, oh my goodness, yeah, huge hits. New Sensation, Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart. So I can see definitely audience members singing along to those songs. And I was watching some of the videos you have up, and yeah, the sax player, man, yeah, it's just your whole band really, brings, it's a great sound, a full sound.
Yeah, that was really important to us. Was like, there's so many musicians out there, and our band honestly is different than most of them out there. We're like a family with each other. Like everyone checks in all the time. We hang out with each other when we're not playing. It's really a fun vibe where, there's so many groups that I've been fortunate enough to play with, and you kind of go there and you play the gig, and then that's over, and then everyone goes separate ways and goes home. But this one, we actually have dinner, we hang out, we have drinks and stuff like that, and we like being around each other, So that's the difference between us and everybody else. And this this tribute really shines of trying to bring in the live aspect of INXS where you can't see them anymore, and we really just bring the energy, and fans of the music, of course, love it, but then new people who don't know the music as well really get into it because there's so many dance songs to dance to and just have fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so true, so true. Again, Mystified Tribute to INXS will be playing at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino Saturday, May 24th. Tickets are still available if you didn't get your tickets yet. So I'd recommend getting those before the show sells out, and it should be just a great time. So yeah, looking at the members of the band, and I didn't realize this, there were 3 brothers in the band INXS.
That's correct, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Tim, John, and Andrew Ferris. So I would imagine they definitely had a family feel to the band INXS.
Absolutely. There's not a lot, if you're in a band with family and they, get massive success like INXS did, there's not you would think that there's some quarrels and sibling rivalry, like Oasis or anything like that, but actually there's not a lot of documentation of the band or the brothers at each other's throats. I mean, the music of INXS is really Andrew's wheelhouse. I mean, everybody's a fantastic musician, but then when you have someone like Michael Hutchence, the late great lead singer, you have someone who brings the energy and the life into the song with his singing, and unfortunately, the reason they're not touring anymore is because he passed away too soon. So
yes. No, that's
that's the thing we like try to do is not only tribute to INXS, but we also make it important to make it a tribute to Michael Hutchence itself, because even though he was solely INXS, it's really a tribute to both INXS and Michael Hutchence and what he brought to the music, and is not around to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, that is very unfortunate, his passing. Because they most likely would have had many more years of just putting out great music, touring.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, that is true. So you guys will be coming to Payson. This will be, and you said you just started really touring in Arizona, getting outside of California. Is this kind of your first trip to Arizona? Have you played there before?
This would be our first. This will be our first trip out there. We just did a small little tour up through Northern California to an area called Oroville, California, an hour outside of Sacramento. So now we're heading out towards the east. So.
Nice. That's very cool. Again, the show is Saturday, May 24th at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. Mystified Tribute to INXS. Tickets available online or at the cashier's cage, and this is a 21 and over show, so you have to be 21 or older to get the tickets. But it's just. And how long is your set? How many songs do you usually play?
We will actually be doing a 90-minute set for that show, plus like 1 or 2 encores.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be some surprise songs in the 80s range that people will remember and are not necessarily INXS, but there's some fun ones we like to throw in there just to have fun with some cool Australian 80s hits that weren't INXS, but still in the same genre for sure.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, there's the movie, or the movies, goodness, the songs of the 80s, and I'm thinking of different movies that you hear, so many songs in, but the songs of the 80s, just some great songs that people love to sing along to, dance to. So
we chose or I'd say Rocky when he and the band were originally getting together. I think they chose INXS because in the world of cover band and tribute bands, there's a plethora of, let's say, Beatles tributes, a plethora of U2, any of those big name bands, but there's not a lot out there of INXS. So, we kind of beat the competition in that way. We did a show not too long ago in Bombing Grove, California, for St. Patrick's Day that we played with a Beatles cover and a U2 cover and an Oasis cover. and it's interesting they put all those together, or the show teams put all those together. But again, I think the reason, and Rocky can speak to this, but the reason they picked INXS was specifically because, there's not a lot out there of cover bands for INXS.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the thing. When we first started, we weren't sure how popular it was going to be, honestly. Like, it was kind of uncharted territory. I was new to the tribute band scene. I came from playing in party bands and cover bands and original bands, stuff like that before. Actually, all of us did. And, the INXS thing was something brand new to us. We all loved it. And then we really took the deep dive and went into the B-side songs, the deep cuts that the fans would love and everything like that. And then we just put a killer show together, anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes, depending on what the venue wants. And we just rock out every single song, no matter what it is, and we have a good time. Even if it's a ballad, it's going to be something super powerful. And you can tell that we're all into it, that we're playing. It's just a really fun time. We're very fortunate to play the music and try to give it our all as best as we can and make a tribute to the band itself.
Mm-hmm. And again, I really saw that in some of the videos, just watched a few this morning, but the crowd singing back to you, Ryan, prompted them, hey, where was I? Where were you? And it was cool to see that. And like you said, I think so many people know the words to INXS songs, but it is a band that you just you don't think of as often, or maybe gets got the limelight as other 80s bands.
Yeah, and they always, if you'd like to take the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a credit to rock and roll or anything like that, they've been nominated for years and years and years to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they always somehow get pushed back down the line for some reason.
Really?
That's yeah.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
a petition online, I think, Rocky. There's a petition online, I think, where you can keep writing them in every year, and they never get in. So
that's crazy.
I would say some other words of other tributes that are not there's other bands that are been nominated, but I don't want to talk to you about it.
No. And I know, it's subjective, or I don't know what criteria, what they're looking at, the people that approve or make those decisions. But
absolutely,
goodness, I don't see how INXS could not be in there, especially when you start looking at all their songs. Because I think for maybe the average person, it's hard. They can think of maybe a couple, but then as you start going down the list and hearing the songs, it's like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about this one.
That was the funnest part about joining. As a fan of the band, first and forever as a kid, that was the funnest part about joining the band when we all first got together. When you first get into a band, you kind of feel each other out. You want to know, you want to see if this person you're going to work with is, actually good or knows his stuff. And when we, finally got together, we all plugged in and we played a couple songs. It clicked so perfectly. And then the best part about that was, okay, cool. Well, that song. Can we do this one? Can we do a B-side? Can we do something like, The Stairs or Bitter Tears or all these other songs that you may not really hear on the radio, because you're always going to have to do New Sensation or Need You Tonight. But the funnest part was picking the other cool, I guess, lesser known INXS songs that maybe only true fans would know.
Yeah, no, it's true. And even, whether it's some of the, newer stuff or older stuff, I'm thinking back to Original Sin. Love that song. And there's so many. I'm just pulling it up here, INXS songs and Listen Like Thieves. Just a great album. Yeah.
Great album.
Yeah, and then what's cool is how INXS went into the 90s as well. So you have, those, I'm, from, the 80s, in high school in the 80s, but I know my wife, a little bit younger, and 90s when she was in high school, and INXS still relevant, still around, and being listened to by people.
We have a Oh, sorry. I mean,
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the '90s stuff is really cool. We have a whole couple of songs from the two albums in the '90s as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Suicide Blonde, just a really great song as well.
Well, that's the thing too. Like one of their biggest shows they ever played was in '91. Was at Wembley.
Oh wow!
So that was, they were still relevant in the '90s. And then one of the, we still put a nod to their latest stuff. We played Pretty Vegas, which wasn't Michael Hutchins, that was J.D. Fortune, and we played that one sometimes too in our set. So we try to cover everything from their early stuff to the later stuff too.
Gotcha. No, it definitely sounds like a fun time. And again, if you just joined in or just started watching on our KRIM Radio Facebook live stream, talking with Ryan and Rocky of Mystified Tribute to INXS, and they will be coming to the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino Saturday, May 24th. And tickets are still available. You can get them online or at the cashier's cage at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. And yeah, again, I encourage people to check out their website, mystifiedband.com, where you can see some of the videos from previous shows. And yeah, I think it will be just a great show, and a lot of people out there enjoying the music of INXS.
Yeah, we actually will have merch there as well too. We have some T-shirts and tank tops that we'll have available for sale at the show, and we'll be standing there and doing kind of meet and greet with everybody who wants to talk to us after the show, taking pictures with everybody as well too. And I believe we worked with the casino, and we're going to be offering a special drink for sale that night too, called Kick.
Oh.
So it's a fun drink special we're going to be offering just for that night too.
Yeah, there you go. And we'll be giving away tickets here on our Facebook page. Tomorrow, we'll be doing a contest and giving away a pair of tickets each week up until the concert. So people can win some tickets right here on KRIM.
Cool.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us this morning on the program and talking a little bit about yourselves, the band, and your upcoming show.
Yeah, May 24th, we're very excited. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, hey, you are so welcome. Yeah, excited to see you guys out here, to meet you, and again, to enjoy your music.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man.
Hey, you are very welcome. And we want to thank everyone for listening and watching today, as well as the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino for bringing these great concerts here to the Rim Country. Now it's time to get back to the music, and I put in a little INXS, Listen Like Thieves, and also some Michael Sembello, David Bowie, and more here on KRIM. Hope you guys have a beautiful day.
Great, thanks so much.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. That was very fun, man. Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, you did great. That was fun. And yeah, look forward. I'll be out there at the show, so look forward to meeting you guys.
Cool, man. Yeah, just come up to us, and yeah, we'll definitely be nice to meet you in person.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys.